Hey, I'm Nathan. Today I'm going to show you how to make a soundscape or ambient piece on the EP133 from Teenage Engineering. It's something I've been doing a lot recently with this device, and probably not what it was originally intended for, but it can be super fun and super useful. Let's check it out now. Hey friends, I am so excited to be back again with you today to talk about the EP133 from Teenage Engineering, which I've already made a few videos on. But today I want to create some soundscapes and share with you how I do that. I am super excited about this, so let's get going. The first thing we need to do is free up a project. I've already got something in 9. So the way we erase this is really easy. Erase main and hold the number of your project. Goodbye. Really cool piece of music I made. All right, and right away we're going to start putting sounds into our groups individually. The first sound I have lined up is 558, just a nice little synth sound. First thing we're going to do is shift and edit to go into our sound edit mode. There's a bunch of parameters here. What's important for us is envelope. We're going to be changing the attack and release of every single one of the sounds we use today. So right away, we've got our attack. Sounds good to me. So how's our volume? Maybe just crank that up a little. We're going to go into keys mode to drop the octave of this. That's a pretty good sound to base our soundscape on. So before we record, we want to just set kind of a high measure amount. One of the things that we want to avoid with this kind of piece is too much repetition. And one of the ways we do that is by having different measure lengths for each group. So we've got 8 dialed up. Let's go ahead and record. This metronome is driving me crazy, so I will turn that down. And we're going to need another pass here just to fill in that gap that happened with those two sounds. Turn down your metronome, just hit tempo, and then the black dial adjust. Okay, and I'm liking this sound. Let's go put in a sound in group B. This might be hard to work with, but let's just try. We're going to go sound edit, long attack. Our release is already long. Back to keys mode. I don't like how abruptly that stops. Generally, those aren't the best sounds to use for something like this, but because we can add reverb to our groups later, let's just go ahead and keep it and see what we can do with it. And before we record, we are going to play with our measures. Let's go 5, just why not, and record. Okay, and I think we are definitely going to want more measures for that kind of abrupt sound. Let's go back and listen. And I want to go back and just check the attack and release of this because it does seem kind of short. Okay, we've got a full attack on and a full release on. So we're just going to move on and just let that go. Our next sound that I have lined up is 504. Sound, keys down. All right, and our measures. Let's record. our sound. It's kind of blending in a little, right? Maybe we need to go an octave up. Yeah, I guess that sounds better. Let's go. Okay, undo. I forgot to extend my measures more. Let's record. Okay, I can live with that, but I really can't live with the sound in group B. So let's erase group B. Hit sound and 0 to cancel that out. All right, we cleared that sample, so let's listen. So now we'll go back to group B and find a better sound, one that doesn't have such an abrupt ending to it. Okay, and we're gonna try 5-1-5. Also could be weird, but I like weird, so. Okay, that's already sounding better, I think. Turn it up, keys mode. Yep, good stuff. Okay, and how many measures do we have? We still have a lot. Let's record. Scratchy. Yep, big improvement in my opinion. Now we're going group D with sound 509. I love how breathy and airy it is. Sound edit to our envelope. Oh yeah, needed that, huh? Keys down. And this is interesting, like maybe we could have a little pulse with this. Let's give it a try. I think we only need a few measures for this. And we are going to need the metronome though. Sorry about that, friends. Weird, right? Kind of dig it. Okay, it's imperfect, but I really love imperfection in the music I made, so we're definitely rolling with this. I know you're itching to add some effects to this, which we will be doing in a moment, but before we even do that, a really cool thing we can do now is mess with the tempo. Really easy to do. Go to tempo and dial it down. Already we've got a little bit more of a drone, a little bit more of a soundscape that I'm really enjoying. The way to get a slower tempo is to hold tempo and hit a number. This device can only go as low as 40. This is definitely a usable sound, but I think I liked it just a little bit faster than this. So let's go back to 60. Okay, I think we're gonna stick with this. And now for the fun part. I didn't realize that we have had delay on this the whole time. Oops. Wow, we really lost a lot with that effect, but let's go ahead and try a reverb. And we're gonna turn our reverb all the way up, lengthwise. And then this is color, so it's kind of like rolling off the high ends. I don't notice a crazy difference, but let's keep it at maybe like 75%. And then now we're gonna dial in effects in our group. Our fader is assigned to the master effect. And we're just gonna turn this reverb up on all of them because it sounds great. See, the EP133 is a little bit buggy. It's doing some weird stuff right now. I think we need to turn this off and on. Hopefully it autosaves. Let's try. Okay, we're still here, which is great. And we're going back to our reverb. Fader is assigned. Yep, still being buggy, and I'm not really noticing these effects as much as I would like. I'm gonna turn this off for like 30 seconds and see what happens. Okay, so now it's working. You can definitely tell there how that reverb trailed out with that sound. Let's go to C. So after I kind of reset this, it has put the fader effect onto level, and we want this on the master effect so we can get reverb on each of the groups. Let's crank that up. Great, we do have it on group D. It's getting pretty washed out though, so I'm gonna crank that down a little bit. And maybe it'd be cool on group E to try maybe a mod effect on the fader. Let's give that a go. Nice performance effect for sure. So it only took us maybe 5-10 minutes to do this, pretty easy. Obviously you could have way more sounds than I'm using. Each of the pads can hold a sound. You could really layer up something dense with the EP133, but for me, I find that maybe 4 or 5 different sounds get you going pretty well. And just to review, remember to go into sound edit and adjust your envelope, your attack and decay. Turn the tempo down to somewhere that suits you. Slower is better, I think. And then you're gonna be wanting to use reverb or delay on your master effect and dial that in into each of your group. And then, you know, maybe add the mod in this case, maybe a low or high pass filter, depending on what your sounds are like. The more I listen to this, the more I kind of love it. All right, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned some new skills to bring into your workflow to create some amazing music in your life. As you can see, I'm still obsessed with the EP133. What an amazing product when it isn't being buggy and mostly working. At the end of this video, I do have 2 soundscape pieces that I put back there just for the hardcore fans. Check it out if you're interested. Please consider subscribing and joining the 157 other people that I somehow tricked into thinking that my videos were worth watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.